Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be doing FIFO for the Delta company. So it's the exact same problem, it's just we're using a different method for inventory costing. So you're going to see a lot of similarities. So much so that I'm just going to go ahead and put the initial two journal entries because they're the exact same. It doesn't matter what method you use for inventory costing. The journal entries for the inventory being purchased doesn't change. The only thing it really changes is the cost of goods sold entry, as you'll see in a minute. So now let's get into it. We're now down to December 20th, where we sell 29 at 50. I'm going to go ahead and put my journal entry that I know is going to be cash, sales revenue, cost of goods sold, and inventory. I'm not going to worry about the numbers because I'm going to calculate those in a minute. I just want to go ahead and set myself up with what I already know. So now let's get into the sales revenue side. Sales revenue is not going to change. Sales revenue is what we sold for however much we sold it for. So we sold 29 at $50 a piece. That's going to remain at $1,450. So again, I'm just going to put that up there. This is the same. So notice everything up to this point has been the same. If you looked at this from the specific identification that you just watched, hopefully not too long ago, this up to this point is the same. The only difference is the number that you put next to COGS and inventory, as well as the gross profit and the ending inventory changes as well. But for journal entry purposes, that is the only thing that changes. So now let's try to go into figuring out, okay, what is our COGS using FIFO? And so we need to know how many we're going to expense. Well, we sold 29, so that's how many we're going to expense, 29 units. And that paragraph that talks about 6 units came from, that's irrelevant now because I don't care where they came from. I'm assuming that the first ones that I purchase are going to be the first ones to leave. So if I have to expense 29 of them, then the first place I'm going to look is the very first place that I had some, which is the beginning inventory. And I'm going to take all 9 of those. So 9 at $25, that's going to give me $225. And again, just like I did with the specific identification, I'm going to put a little slash through the 9. The only difference is I don't have any more of those because I've used all 9 of them. But I haven't hit 29 units yet. So the next place I'm going to go is the next step down, or the next purchase, which is the 16. And of those 16, I'm going to take all 16. At $27, that's going to give me $432. Again, I'm going to put a little slash mark next to, or through, I should say, 16 purchases because I don't have any of those anymore. I've got 0 of those. Now, of the ones that I've expensed so far, 9 and the 16, that's only giving me 25. I still need 4 more. So the place that I'm going to draw from next is the next purchase, and I'm going to pull 4 of those. That's going to give me my 29, and those 4 are going to be $30 a piece. Multiply that out, that's going to give me $120. Put a little slash through 22 because I don't have 22 anymore. Remember, we took 4 of those, so that's going to leave me 18. Now I can add up all of the 29 units that I've expensed. That's going to give me a total of 777. That's my COGS for doing it the FIFO method. So I will put 777 next to COGS and inventory in my journal entry. And now I can go into finishing up what the problem asked for. Computing COGS, well, we've already said it's 777. Computing gross profit. We know, again, gross profit is sales revenue minus COGS. So my sales revenue is $1,450. My COGS is $777. So if I subtract that out, that's going to give me a gross profit of $673. That's my gross profit. Last thing I need to have is my ending inventory. I only really have to look for one place in ending inventory because that's the only inventory I have left, which is from the last purchase. So my ending inventory is going to be those remaining 18 from the October purchase at $30 a piece. So if I multiply that out, that's going to give me $550. So hopefully this made sense. Hopefully this was pretty straightforward. I've found that students tend to like the FIFO, LIFO specific identification methods and such because they're pretty straightforward. So hopefully this made sense. Hopefully you enjoyed it, but you take care.